What's good, y'all? Before you buy that new camera or upgrade the one that you have, watch this video in its entirety because the one that's in your pocket might be the only one that you need. Okay, let's get straight to it. New cameras are coming out at a much faster pace than ever before, and there's so many to choose from. You have mirrorless cameras, DSLRs, cinema cameras, drones, GoPros, even your phone have a 4K camera now. And it's like every time a new camera come out, I have to tell myself like, why do you want this camera? What does this camera have that your camera don't? And the only thing that I could ever come to at the end of the day is that it offers me better resolution. And right now in my journey, I really don't need that. And 9 times out of 10, you don't either. And this brings me to my first point. The content that you're creating should determine what type of camera you buy. If you're not creating content for clients and you're shooting videos for yourself, you'll be able to get away with using your iPhone, honestly. Let's look at it. If you bought an iPhone or a Samsung within the past 2 to 3 years, you're able to shoot at 4K, 60 frames per second, or up to 1080p, 120 frames per second. They even have accessories that you could attach to your camera to make your audio better. You have apps that you could download to actually control your phone as if it was a DSLR or a cinema camera or a mirrorless camera. And that's more than enough for almost anything that you're shooting. Now, if you're shooting for a client, I can see why you would want to upgrade your camera. No one wants to pay you for shooting with your iPhone or your Samsung. Like, let's be real. You're getting clients because of your professionalism. And having a DSLR or a cinema camera or a mirrorless camera provides a level of professionalism to you. So with that being said, yes, okay, if you're shooting for a client, yeah, maybe it may be time to upgrade your camera. Let's say, for instance, we're both here to shoot a commercial for this big company. I'm sitting on one end of the table and I'm telling them, I have this iPhone. I can offer you 4K quality, up to 60 frames per second. I can give you that buttery smooth slow motion. I can do this for you, do that for you, right? And you're on the other end of the table, and let's say you have a camera, a cinema camera. It's all rigged up. You have the handle on top, the side handle. It looks professional. You're looking real. So your camera shoots 1080p, 24 frames per second. It doesn't even have slow motion. We're not even going to get into like color bit depth or bit rates or anything of that nature. We're just going to keep it simple. We're just going to keep it resolution frames per second. And you have the whole kit. It's all kitted up. You look good. And you telling them, yeah, but I can shoot it for you. And you charging them double, 3 times, maybe even 4 times the price that I'm telling them. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to go with you because of the way that your camera looked and, just your presentation in general will get you that sale. And it's crazy because, like you said, I can do more than you. I can shoot slow motion. I can do this. But you could talk them in and say, you don't even need slow motion. This is that, this and that, just all because of your camera and the way you present yourself. So just keep that in mind. Second reason why you don't need a new camera is because you haven't made the most of the one that you have right now. Before you go out and spend 2 to 3K on a new camera, there's a list of things that you can get to improve the quality of your videos. Lights are going to be one of your best investments as a videographer. Like once you get into shaping lights and learning how to use lights, that will increase your video quality much greater than any camera could. Trust me on that. You can also buy mics, lavalier mics or shotgun mics or any type of mics to improve your audio. Because, yeah, I know oftentimes we get focused on the video, making it look cinematic, making it look beautiful, making the shots come to life. But we also got to make sure that our audio is just as good as our video. Because if not, most people probably won't watch it. Lastly, you could also buy things like stabilizers and tripods that can help you with your actual shots. So yeah, those are a few tips to keep in mind before you go out there and throw your money away on a new camera just to want a new one 2 or 3 years down the line. Now, don't get me wrong, there are instances where you will need to buy a new camera. If you feel like this is one, definitely do it, definitely go for it. Because buying new cameras also taught me valuable lessons that I needed to learn as well. So who am I to tell you not to get it? But I just want you to consider these things before you get it. I don't want you to just buy a new camera and think that your work is going to automatically just take off or just go crazy, you know. So just definitely consider, especially those last tips, definitely look into those. I also wanted to mention one thing for people who are using iPhones to record videos. It's this app called Filmic Pro. I did not get paid. They did not sponsor the video or anything. But this app will turn your iPhone into a DSLR. You could adjust your exposure. You could adjust your focus, frame rates, all this type of stuff. Now, if you really want to get the most out of your iPhone, you have to get this app. It's only $9 or $10, if that. So definitely check that out, and I think that will take your videos to the next level. Also, drop a link to a few additions that you can add onto your iPhone that will increase the quality of your video as well. Just don't want you guys to feel left out. Right now, just focus on the content, and I promise you in due time, when it's time to upgrade and get those new cameras and get those new lenses and do those type of things, you'll be ready to do it because the content will be down pat. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot. See y'all in the next one.